This is a fat plate of Poutine, or Poutine if you're one for upsetting the ear of the French-Canadian man. Arguably the province of Quebec's most popular culinary contribution, and one of the most visually unpleasant things you could put in your body. You can get one of these virtually anywhere in Quebec that sells unhealthy food, from hockey rinks to local fast food joints. Hell, even a McDonald's. When the mood strikes, you'll intensely crave one, and by the time your appetite's gone, you'll regret having ever had one. Cut to this place. This is La Banquise. Open 24 hours and selling some of the weirdest combinations you could ever imagine putting in a poutine. The place will often be recommended to anyone visiting the city of Montreal as a must-try. A place which, despite having lived in Montreal over the entirety of my 27 years, I've never actually been to myself. You see, I've never really been of the belief that poutine is that easy to mess up. After all, you're taking something fried, adding fat to it, and drowning it in something salty. No matter how you go about it, it's going to be pleasant on your taste buds. But it should be said, there is value to respecting institutions. And make no mistake, that's what La Banquise is. Seeing as most people tend to talk about the place like it's the be-all end-all of the poutine experience, I figured I'd finally give it a try for myself and see if at the highest level it's possible to make poutine that's a cut above anything I've ever had before, which otherwise largely have been pretty much indistinguishable. But there is one challenge that we'll have to overcome. You see, the establishment is located right here, sandwiched between Montreal's gay village and, worse yet, the Plateau. A freak show of biblical proportions, the likes of which you would struggle to find anywhere on the West Coast, in Oregon, Washington, or Northern California. I've always thought to myself, don't you dare go to that neighborhood. It's dangerous. You're not welcome there. That's not where you should go. I mean, just look at me. I'm wearing Tom Ford cologne and wearing designer sunglasses on a boat. This is me looking happy right in my wheelhouse at Nobu with a voluptuous woman. I'm wearing leopard, and I know what you're thinking. Hey buddy, it actually seems like you would fit right into the gay neighborhood. And you're right, that was a mistake. I should have never worn that top. To be honest, I pride myself on having a pretty good sense of direction anywhere on the island of Montreal. But let me tell you, in this area, I felt lost in the soup. I was sensorily overwhelmed with bicycles and tote bags. But if there's one thing I pride myself on, it's being a boundary pusher. And that means sometimes going outside of your comfort zone. And so, here we are. We're braving the bikes and we're braving the dikes in an effort to try Quebec's best poutine. As help us God, we go live on location. We're live on location in Montreal's gay village. I'm not taking you here for any real specific reason. It just happens to be where we're driving through to go where our final destination is, which is La Banquise, allegedly the best poutine in the world, which I have never had. Anytime anyone looks at me, I wave. This guy waved at me and he has, I don't know if you caught that, he had a bike helmet. I'm vlogging myself in a car on a selfie stick, and that does warrant judgment. And my car is a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit, but I'm in a car. I got four walls around me. That guy's walking on foot with a bike helmet. The one person that I have dominion over on this road are the cyclists. So that guy's my look means nothing to me. It looks like I'm sucking a dick the way I did that, but I meant it like the way English football fans do it. Wanker! I should state, I'm 27 years old at the time of recording this, and I've lived in Montreal my entire life. I've never been to La Banquise. Now apparently that's a huge sin, but it's also one of those places that tourists mostly go to because it's great. But if you live here, you take it for granted. I live 7 minutes away, and I saw it was open 24 hours, and last night late I was craving something, and I had half a mind at like 2 in the morning to go over here. I thought that's madness. Don't do that. Don't punish yourself. Wait till the following day, delay gratification, and have breakfast at dinner. I think breakfast at dinner is one of the more satisfying things you could do, because it's naughty and it goes against the grain. But really, if you're having breakfast at 10 in the morning, you're a fat fuck. You're a fat fuck. Your life's in shambles. If it's 8 in the morning and you're having hash browns and sausage and eggs, you're mixing protein, fat, and carbs for the day, I mean, your life's a mess. Maybe you're hungover, you're trying to absorb the alcohol, some weird scientific chemistry experiment you're trying to run. It's not good. It's not the tell of a guy who has his life in order. The people that have their lives in order fast. They fast all day. They have one meal a day. So you should have breakfast at dinner. That's my submission to you. That's my assertion here. I am dressed like shit. My t-shirt is tucked into my shorts. All I know is I am not the worst dressed guy around here right now. I mean, this area is horrible. When you cross Saint Laurent, I'll give you a little history lesson about Montreal. When you cross Saint Laurent Boulevard, the street which typically kind of divides the city between East and West and English and French, once you get to the French East side, especially in the downtown core, it is a crapshoot what clothes you're gonna see on people's backs. I mean, it is bad sometimes, dude. You get a lot of freaks, you get a lot of people that will dress like shit intentionally. So that at least sets the tone for me in my mind, where I say, well, I don't have to look presentable now. I look like I just got a boxing workout in the gym. I look like convicted rapist and former 2-division UFC world champion Conor McGregor. Listen, if that makes you uncomfortable, know what to tell you. It's what a court ruled. It's civilly. A civil case, a civil ruling, but I don't know about you. I have 0 civil rape convictions. So don't come after me. In fact, almost everyone I know that I'm aware of has 0 civil rape convictions. Again, civil case, but a conviction nonetheless. I want to make very clear that's not who I'm aspiring to look like, but it's who I think I look like right now. Everyone around here is on a bicycle. We're in Gay Village. I want to make clear, I'm not just deciding to call it Gay Village. It's what the place is called. Other people have said this place is gay. And it is. It's very gay. And I, by the way, with these wax legs, blend in beautifully. And so I need to overcompensate with very overtly machismo behavior. I would maybe describe many of the people that tend to populate the neighborhoods just east of Saint Laurent with the following statement. Many could do to shave their armpits. Is that fair? Here we are at La Banquise, coming to you live from hell. Look at the bikers. We're in hell, folks. I think objectively, I'm kind of an obnoxious guy. But it's like if the people here don't find me obnoxious, then I'm doing something wrong. I'm sure it'll be a positive experience for my palate, but I'm having to pay the price here just being in this fucking area. I mean, look around. Look around. Tote and cyclists. Tote and cyclists. All in one shot. Look at that fucking freak show. Holy Christ. We're in the worst part of the city. While it does look like a dump on the outside, I think that bodes well. Like, God, if you're gonna look like as much of a pussy as you look like riding a bike as your mode of transportation, that you own, by the way, not like a rental city bike, Bixie bike type of situation. No, you own a bike. If you own a bike, if I see a guy on a Bixie bike or a city bike, I think, well, at least the guy doesn't own a fucking bike. At least he's only using it to get around now. If I see a guy on a bike that they clearly own, I say, well, Jesus, that's like way worse. I'm like, oh, this is bleak. That's just this guy's life. This guy's life is bike. I think this is a pretty universal thing, by the way. I know I'm going to come across like an obnoxious jackass here, but I think most people have a lot of disdain for cyclists. Most people that are like tax-paying, that have cars and homes, do not like the bikers. Not cyclists, not Tour de France, Giro d'Italia, spandex. No. Bikers, mode of transportation, bicycle. Imagine you're going on a first date with a guy. Hey, you want to pick me up? Yeah, I'll meet you there. He comes up on a bike. Take out like a coward. One thing I'll say now is the world is so fucking undignified now that no one gives a shit if you film in public. Like, objectively, what I'm doing is nuts. If people don't look at you like you're crazy, they go, yeah, all right, there's a guy. There's some guy. Maybe he's rich off this. I'm not. I'm gonna eat it in the car like a man. Men smell up their cars because they're cowards and they're too ashamed to eat in public with a camera. First off, no breakfast at this hour. All right. Wrong order. Wrong order, baby. Wrong order picked up. No cutlery in the bag, that's an issue. No breakfast after 11, fine. You're open 24 hours. When does breakfast start? When does breakfast end? That's a weird one for me. I think breakfast should be 24 hours if you're a 24-hour place, but fine, alas, whatever. That's a disappointment, but at least I'm getting to try the thing that, is good at this spot. The order numbers are too long. If I still had the receipt, I littered it, but fuck me, bro. I have to go back into the place like a psycho. All right, player. Crisis averted. Poutine is bad enough on its own, and I don't mean the flavor. I just mean just for what it does to your soul. I mean, it's something that's so disgusting that it innately makes you feel like a slob. I got 2 poutines because I just took the wrong order. They didn't corroborate. So I had 2 poutines and I took them back. It was like double the price of what I paid, okay? But I had no choice. I had to go back, dude, because they were absurd. One thing you'll do here, one thing some people will do here is they'll get like these kind of weird concoctions, like an Italian poutine, a Greek poutine. It's nasty. You get the classic one and you shut up, because that's how you know how good a place is, right? If you're going to a spot for the first time, you get the classic thing. You get the simplest. If you go to the best pizzeria in the world, you get margherita, simple poutine, gravy and curds. That's it. So a lot more curds in this than you would often get, which makes it a little gooier. The taste is standard. I like how I'm judging poutine like it's this avant-garde haute cuisine thing. It's not. It tastes the same everywhere you go. So I had 1 bite of it, and I'll tell you right now, it's worth going to for the experience. It's not that expensive, but you'll get the same thing with a chain like La Belle Province. That's a declaration. 1 bite in, I already know that. 2 bites in, I definitely know that. So you see, the fun thing about coming here is you get a weird poutine. You get like a really funky one, like the one that I opened up with peas and chicken barbecue sauce. I'm sure it's not unpleasant on the palate, but it's a cacophony of flavors. And I just want to know how well they execute the simple thing. I don't find that what I'm getting here is very saucy. I don't know if that's because it's in a takeout box and it would literally seep right through it. Poutines are better if you go to a real dump. This place is not fancy, but it's clean in there. You want to go to a place that's a little dirtier. It's my take. I've had like an hour to think about it. The final verdict is this. Avoid the place at all cost. Don't go. Area is awful. And more importantly, their only claim to fame, I've realized, is putting slop on top of slop. So poutine is slop, and if you're making a hot chicken sandwich poutine, that's slop on top of slop. It's disgusting. It was impressive in the 70s when that was new, right? When no one was doing anything avant-garde. No, it's for animals. Go to a chain, go to like a Belle Province type of thing, get poutine there.